In this video, we will outline Creative Commons. Our intended audience are teachers that may not have used or heard of Creative Commons. So what is Creative Commons? Creative Commons is a global, nonprofit site dedicated to providing shareable content on the web. Its licenses are the global standard for legal sharing of content, and the number of Creative Commons licensed works on the web is over 1 billion. You can find Creative Commons licensed work on their website, which you can easily find through Googling, and which link will be provided at the end of this video. The shared works on Creative Commons are licensed by their creators in one of 4 ways: attribution, no derivatives, non-commercial, and share alike. The attribution license requires others who use your work in any way to give you credit the way you request, but not in a way that suggests you endorse them or their use. If they want to use your work without giving you credit for endorsement purposes, they must get your permission first. With no derivatives, you are choosing to let others copy, distribute, display, and perform only original copies of your work. If they want to modify your work, they must get your permission first. The non-commercial option lets others copy, distribute, display, perform, and modify and use your work for any purposes other than commercially unless they get your permission first. Lastly, there's share alike. If you choose this option, you let others copy, distribute, display, perform, and modify your work as long as they distribute any modified work on the same terms. If they want to distribute modified works under other terms, they must get your permission. We want our students to ask questions when considering the use of an image or any other online content, because there's a good chance that it either has a license which forbids you to use it, or it has no license at all. Assuming that you didn't ask for prior permission to use the content, it is illegal to use it if either of these 2 cases applies. Copyright laws tend to favor the content creator, so they can place action against you if you use it without their permission. With that said, copying and pasting for little hobbies or personal projects probably won't get you into any actual trouble, although it's still illegal. But using it for anything major, such as online publications or academic papers, could be enough for the offended party to act. It doesn't matter if you gave the party credit for their work; they could have easily asked for monetary compensation instead of just credit for the work. The easiest way to avoid all of these potential issues is to look for content which has a Creative Commons license, as we talked about earlier, and make it a requirement for all class assignments and projects we complete. The shared works licensed through Creative Commons are used and broadcasted through associated partners and platforms that you'll see here. Between those platforms, like we said earlier, there are over 1 billion works shared. Let's take a look at how we'd actually search for licensed works through Creative Commons. If you go to their search tool, you will get a page that looks like this. Here listed are the platforms shown on the previous slide, and in this instance, I am going to search up Mozart using the YouTube platform. Now, it's important to note that just because these are associated platforms, it doesn't mean the results will always be licensed through Creative Commons. So let's take a look at what that means. If I searched for Mozart, I would get sent to a results page on YouTube that many of us have seen before. From there, to confirm that it is licensed through Creative Commons, you can use the filter tool and move over to Features and click the Creative Commons logo or label here. If you click that, you will get a list of licensed works through Creative Commons broadcasted through YouTube. For teachers who want to introduce this tool into their class and familiarize their students on how to search for different media types, I think a fun entry point might be something like a scavenger hunt, where students are asked to find, for example, different pictures or videos or song files and maybe post them to some sort of presentation software so they can sort of get the hang of searching for these licensed works through Creative Commons. Once the students become fluent in searching for licensed material through Creative Commons, I think the next step would be having them share their own work, and this would be especially valuable in secondary school and maybe even middle school. Let's say the students created a poster or an infographic. Once they're complete, they can upload the file to Creative Commons and choose one of the licensing choices that we outlined earlier to attach to their document or their file or whatever artifact they did create. Their work would then be joined with the other billion or so licensed material on Creative Commons, which is the ultimate goal for that site and for its CEO. For our interactive activity, Shannon tweeted about Creative Commons in the efforts to spread the word about it to other teachers. The tweet was a video link asking the questions, what is Creative Commons and why does it matter? Within the message, we were sure to tag ourselves along with Cindy and chose to tag Creative Commons in the process as well. If we were to tweet a message in the future, we learned that adding a hashtag to help the searchability factor would be beneficial. We are happy to report that over the period of 1 week, with the help of some prominent Twitter personalities with large followings, we have had nearly 2,000 impressions with our tweet. Unfortunately, if you read the fine print below, this turns into only 21 actual link clicks to the video, but I'm not sure if that only includes the link clicks from Shannon's post and not the ones that were retweeted from other people. Further studies into tweet analytics will be necessary if we truly want to see the way our tweets travel. Thanks to all of those who participated. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a better understanding of Creative Commons and the importance of using licensed material in your works.